and welcome to Grandad's Reviews. In this video I'm going to carry on the theme of looking at what some of the comments on the Fuji Facebook groups, what's the most common questions, and just see if I can answer them with a bit of a video. This time I'm going to look at the question of how quickly does the X-S10 overheat when videoing in 4K? We've got the X-S10 set up. I will show you the settings we're going to use and we'll run it until it overheats. Now obviously it's going to shut down after 30 minutes due to restrictions there, so we'll just keep restarting it, and if the battery runs out we'll stick more batteries in. So this will all be recorded internally, so let's get over to the setup. I'll show you what the settings are on the camera and then we'll get it going. Right, so this is the setup. We've got the X-S10. It's pointing at a phone with a timer, which we'll set off. We've got a full battery in the X-S10, and we'll record it from there. I've got recorder down here just to record the rear screen. So let's have a look what settings I've got set up. Right, so in the settings, let's just make sure that power management's off. Start with. So we're in fully manual shooting mode. Let's change our frame rate to 29.97, 200 megabits a second, the fastest it can go. Full HD just to my recorder. HDMI display is on. We've got IS on. We won't put IS boost on. So that's our settings. We've got a full battery on there. All we need to do now is press record on here and then record over there. So we'll hit record here and away it goes. So we're now recording to the internal SD with just a battery in the camera. The screen is shut. Temperature in the room at the moment, and I've got a temperature probe here. We've got a temperature probe, so it's saying 22 degrees. On the back of the screen it's 29, 27, 29 over there. So we'll just leave that recording and we'll come back to it if we get any warning signs. Let's carry on. Right, so we've actually got the warning, yellow warning come up on the screen, and we're at just over 20 minutes when it, I believe it popped up. I didn't actually spot it. So we're at 24 minutes at the moment. We're halfway through a battery as well. Just have a quick look at the temperatures. So I've got 42 degrees up in the top corner. That seems to be about the hottest spot. I go all the way around the screen. Yeah, my hottest spot is 42 degrees just there. Nothing anywhere else really. So we're at nearly 25 minutes. So half a battery gone, which isn't too bad. So we're getting pretty close. Yellow warning light's on, but we haven't stopped recording yet. So we'll just see how we keep going. So we're coming up to the 30-minute mark when the camera should shut off with its time limit, and we've still just got the yellow mark. So once it switches itself off, I'll switch it back on and we'll see how much further we can get. Just check if the temperature changed. Now we're staying steady around about just over the 42 degree mark, so it's not gone up much more. So we've got 1 minute to go before the camera switches off. We're still showing the yellow warning, so I would say that the yellow warning comes on very early and isn't really a good indication of if the camera's actually overheating. Oh, I've gone to 43.6 degrees on the meter. 43.6. And the camera's just about to shut off. I'm showing 2 bars on the battery, so we'll let that keep going as well. Right, the camera did shut off there, and I've just pressed it again to get it started. So we'll leave it going and see how far we can get. Well, we are now nearly 38 minutes in. Yellow warning light still on. Temperature on the back is 44.8, but it's still not overheated. It's not shut down. We're actually near enough out of battery on the first battery. We've got 1 bar left on the battery, so we're about there, but it's not overheated. Just got the yellow warning symbol on. So my conclusion at the moment is I won't worry about it overheating. The screen's shut, so if you open the screen, you're going to get a bit longer. But I don't see you recording for longer than this. But we will keep going. So we just changed the first battery. So we're now on our second battery. And we're at 40 minutes. Yellow light's still on. So obviously changing the battery hasn't changed the actual temperature. Yeah, we're still on just over 44 degrees. So we'll carry on, see how far we can get. But I think if we get to the bottom of a second battery, I think that's really far enough you'd want to go. But yep, let's carry on. Well, we are now in just over 50 minutes. Yellow warning light's still on, but it's not overheated. Temperature on the outside is 44.4, so it's not going up. I just don't see this camera overheating and shutting down. 3/4 of another battery in there. I will let it run until the second battery's out, but if you're getting over an hour without it overheating, I think that's quite acceptable. More than acceptable. I don't actually see it overheating. The temperature isn't going up anymore, so it's staying around about the 44, 45 mark. Nothing's going to change. But I'll let it run for another whole battery and then we'll come to a conclusion. Right, so we're down to 1 bar of the second battery power. We're at a time of 1 hour 20 minutes. Still not overheated. Temperature's staying the same, around about 45 degrees. I think I'll call it a day. I think the conclusion we're coming to is it doesn't overheat. Yellow warning light comes on. If it overheats in higher outside temperatures, I don't know. It's between 20 and 23 degrees in here at the moment. If it's a lot hotter outside, then possibly, but I've never had it overheat. I don't see you running it for this length of time continuously. Even if you were doing an event, you'd be changing batteries, which will give it a chance to cool down. You'll be changing memory cards. But at the moment, yep, battery's just turned red. 1 hour, 20 minutes. I think that's pretty good. Let's draw the conclusions. Right, so what's our conclusion on this? So, it's got a bit warm. Little warning lights come on, but it's not overheated. We've had well over an hour's worth, and I reckon it would have kept going and going and going and going. Now, as I say, if we're out in higher temperatures, then possibly it would have shut down. But in this situation, if you were using it as a talking head camera and you had it powered, that would keep going until the memory card was full. The yellow warning light's coming on, but it's keeping going. So in my circumstance, I don't see this overheating. Yes, you're getting a warning, but it doesn't shut down. It just keeps going, keeps going. It's warm to the touch. But yeah, I'm quite happy with that. So my conclusion is, yes, the X-S10 gets hot. Yes, the warning light comes on, but at between 20 and 25 degrees external air temperature, it doesn't shut down. It just keeps going. And I'm quite happy with that. Right, if you'd like to hit that like button, that'll help the channel. If you want to see more videos like this, hit the subscribe button. Until next time, see you later.